At 32 years old, she and her husband JT had already welcomed 3 daughters, all born via what she described to Cosmopolitan in 2016 as medicated on-your-back deliveries. However, between her 3rd and 4th pregnancies, Malatesta encountered something intriguing: an advertisement for Brookwood Medical Center, a hospital offering women the opportunity to create personalized birthing plans, including options for natural deliveries and water births. The advertisement, featuring a medical expert, played a significant role in convincing Malatesta to switch hospitals. Having a doctor advocate for it gave me confidence that maybe natural birth could be a better option, she explained. Additionally, the appeal of customizable birthing plans drew her to the new facility. To confirm her expectations, Malatesta personally met with a doctor from Brookwood to ensure her desired birthing plan could be accommodated. She aimed to avoid the typical back-based labor position, and according to Malatesta, the doctor assured her she could, and that constant in-room monitoring wouldn't be necessary. Following her decision to switch hospitals, everything proceeded uneventfully until the night of March 11, 2012, when Caroline Malatesta went into labor. Sensing the telltale tightening of contractions, she reached out to her birth companion via text and later contacted the hospital as the contractions grew more regular. Staff advised her to wait until the contractions lasted 1 minute and were 5 minutes apart before arriving. Arriving at the hospital shortly after 2:30 a.m., Malatesta noted that her contractions weren't as closely spaced as advised, but she was convinced her water had broken. Despite this, upon assignment to a birthing room, she sensed that something was amiss. Recalling the experience to Cosmopolitan, Malatesta stated, "The nurse urged me to use the bathroom immediately, implying I might not be able to leave the bed for the remainder of labor. I insisted that my doctor had assured me of wireless monitoring and mobility, but the nurse insisted my doctor was not on duty." Thus began a power struggle between Malatesta and her nurse. It turned into a standoff. Malatesta recounted, "I kept saying, 'But my doctor said I could,' and she responded with, 'But you can't.' The nurse treated me like a disobedient child. Unfortunately, matters only escalated from there." Malatesta claimed that her doctor had previously assured her she could deliver in any position, a key factor in her decision-making process. When faced with a particularly intense contraction during the delivery of her 4th child, Caroline Malatesta instinctively positioned herself on her hands and knees, refusing to give birth while lying on her back. In that position, as Caroline Malatesta felt her water break and her baby's head emerge, she found herself facing resistance from the nurse who objected to her hands and knees posture. Malatesta claimed, "The nurse forcibly pulled my wrist out from under me and flipped me onto my back." Another nurse intervened, not to assist Malatesta in her desired birthing position, but rather to restrain her and prevent the baby's delivery until the arrival of a doctor. Allegedly, this second nurse held the baby's head to delay the birth while assisting the first nurse in restraining Malatesta onto the bed. According to Malatesta, it took 6 minutes for the doctor to arrive, during which time she and her baby remained restrained. Upon the doctor's arrival, the pressure was relieved, providing Malatesta with immediate relief from the intense discomfort caused by the nurse's actions. Within a minute, Jack, a perfectly positioned little 6-pound, 14-ounce baby, was delivered, as recounted by his mother. Despite the baby's good health, Malatesta herself was left in severe pain due to the traumatic birthing experience. She claimed, "Because of the trauma I endured during childbirth, I now suffer from a permanent and debilitating nerve condition known as pudendal neuralgia, citing symptoms of burning sensations, pain, and numbness." Reflecting on the aftermath of the ordeal, Malatesta lamented the profound impact it has had on her life, stating, "I've been left with a debilitating medical condition, my intimacy with my partner has been compromised, I seek therapy, and I rely on medication for pain management and to prevent panic attacks." In November 2015, over 3 years after the birth of her son. Despite her ordeal, Caroline Malatesta initially hesitated to pursue legal action. Her primary aim was to comprehend why her nurses had consistently acted against her wishes. However, she received neither an explanation nor an apology, prompting her to believe that filing a legal claim was necessary to garner attention from the medical organization. In August 2016, Malatesta received the verdict in the case she and her husband had brought against the hospital, alleging medical negligence and reckless fraud, particularly concerning the misleading TV commercials that had influenced her decision to attempt a natural birth, only to experience a traditional labor. The jury ruled in favor of the mother of four, awarding her $16 million in damages. Despite the settlement, Malatesta continues to adapt to her new reality, a life marked by the need for regular rest, the consumption of multiple medications, and the enduring presence of constant pain and sensitivity. While acknowledging that it would likely require a significant medical breakthrough or miracle to alleviate her suffering, she remains determined not to abandon hope. "I refuse to say never," she declared to Cosmopolitan in 2016. "I must maintain some level of optimism."